This is the journey to One Africa. Hey everybody, welcome back to SNOA, and this is Mika. Let's get right into it. There's a lot happening in the continent right now, and Somalia is keep on surprising Africa. I was here the other day talking about the MOU between Somalia and USA, that the government of USA, they're going to build 5 different military bases in the Somalia. And today, here we have another breaking news that actually it happened 2 days ago, that Somalia announces deal with Turkey to deter Ethiopia's access to sea through a breakaway region. So I'm just gonna read this news to you guys, for those who haven't seen it, to kind of like have a recap or an idea of the news, what it's talking about, and then I'll share my thoughts at the end. Somalia and Turkey signed a defense deal to protect Somali territorial waters and counter Ethiopia's action in Somaliland. The deal between Somalia and Turkey will last a decade, providing security and development support for Somalia and expanding Turkey's influence in Africa. So what are the main objectives of the defense deal between Somalia and Turkey? The main objective of the defense deal between Somalia and Turkey, including enhancing Somalia's naval capabilities to address challenges such as terrorism, piracy, and foreign interference. Another critical aim is to deter Ethiopia's maritime ambitions via Somaliland, therefore enhancing Somalia's maritime security. This indicates a strategic partnership focused on strengthening Somalia's sovereignty over its territory, water, and preparing it against both internal and external threats. Why the view of Somali officials on the defense agreement with Turkey? Somali officials, including Prime Minister Hamza, have endorsed the defense agreement with Turkey, celebrating it as a landmark achievement. Prime Minister Abiy hailed the day as historic, emphasizing Turkey as a key ally. Furthermore, Somali President Hassan highlighted the deal's importance in preparing Somalia against external threats and internal challenges like terrorism, showcasing a strong governing endorsement and national security emphasis. All right, guys, I don't know where to begin, man. Guys, let me say this, man. I'm not against Somalia. I'm not against any country in Africa, but I am against foreign intervention. So Somali president and Somalia, because of this deal between Turkey and Somalia, they say that this is the historical event that it's a landmark to prohibit Somalia's international intervention. So the Somali government is saying that this deal between Somalia and Turkey is the historic event that is going to protect Somalia against external threats. External threats. Let me ask one question. Who are Turkey? Are Turkey Somalis, or are Turkey external threats? Yes, I know. You have your neighbor who signed an MOU with another individual, Somaliland. Now you go further outside of the continent to sign another MOU with the Turkish government, basically to prevent Somali borders against external threats. So you are protecting yourself against external threats by bringing another external body in your country. I don't understand how this works. Because if you want to prevent yourself against external threats, then you must stand yourself preventing against external threats, but not by bringing another external body into your country to prevent yourself from external threats. So the problem that I have with Somali moves. Okay, Somali initiatives, okay, they're taking initiative. They're trying to do something for their country. But I'm against constantly you see Somalia cooperating, trusting, joining power with external enemies of Africa. Let me say this, man. I don't care what kind of relationships that Africa has with other continents. I don't care whether we have negative or positive. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is Africa, we cannot be naive to trust anyone outside of Africa that they're there to help and to be with us. No, they're here to take advantage of us. So what is happening right now, it means Somalia is joining power with Turkey against Ethiopia. And you call them external threats. So Ethiopia, your neighboring country, Ethiopia, the country that has thousands of troops in your country, protecting your country against Al-Shabaab, domestic terrorists, you now joining your force with Turkey to protect yourself against them. To be honest, I'll say this, man. I might be, maybe I don't understand the situation, but I don't see Ethiopia as a threat to Somalia at all. I don't see it. Because if it was a threat to Somalia, why do I have my soldiers in your country, protecting your country against your own domestic terrorist group? Okay, perhaps Ethiopia is protecting herself as well against Al-Shabaab. But mind you, that these soldiers came, they are in Somalia, they are being killed sometimes, protecting your country, protecting their country as well, because we gotta be honest that Ethiopia has her own interests as well. So I don't see a threat here. I don't see a threat of war or anything, because this country has a long history way back, and I know that no war is going to arise against these two countries. They know each other very well. The tension is there, yes. Yes, there's a friction there, but I don't see anything happening from this. I don't see anyone, being naive enough and stupid enough to start war against these two nations. We can't afford that right now because we have internal problems. We need to deal with them, a lot of them. So we can't afford to start another war. But it does not make sense. I want us to think critically a little bit. It does not make sense that the government of Somalia is happy and they want to protect Somalia borders against external threats, basically against Ethiopia, by engaging, by uniting, holding hands with another non-African country. This is not one Africa we talk about. This is not protecting your country against external threats. This is bringing a threat to your country. And these are mistakes that we always do, man. Your first brothers are Africans. Those are your first brothers. And let me say this, man. Sometimes we welcome trouble in our countries with our own decisions. That's what we do. Again, just like the questions that I asked about what did USA get out of the MOU that have been written between Somalia and United States, I'm going to ask the same question. So you would rather give the access to your water to Turkey rather than give your access to the water to your fellow African country? Okay, let me just say what I think about this. I am trying to really think how in the world someone will make such kind of decision. Are you doing that to prove a point? Are you doing that to threaten another country? Are you doing that for the sake of your country or to prove a point? Because the naiveness of Africans to welcoming external partners again and again in the continent has led Africa to be dependent and Africa to be traumatized and Africa to be colonized again and again. Obviously, this is not Pan-Africanism we think of. And obviously, guys, African Union has failed because they had African Union summit, and after that, these two new deals have been announced, USA and now Turkey. I don't know what is going to be the response from Ethiopia's government. And but the moves that Somalia is taking right now, it clearly shows that Somalia is deciding to walk alone. And that's why yesterday I saw one comment, somebody say, hey, we are not African, we are Somali, and we must do everything for Somali people. Africa, we should stand by Africans. And Africa, we should seek the solution to resolve our issues through Africa's solution. We can't afford constantly to run to other international bodies to seek solution for Africa's issues. We can't afford to do that again and again and again. We are selling our people, we are selling our continent, we are selling our borders. We would rather cooperate and partnering with non-African than resolving our issues with Africans. And this is what led to where we are today. We can't trust one another. I'm not here condemning anyone, but I think it is the bad move for us constantly to run to them, wanting to protect us. I say this, that Africa does not need help. Africa needs unity. Needs unity. Unity, it is the solution to all these things. I can't believe that Somalia and Ethiopia have not yet resolved this issue. And then let me tell you this, man, I don't believe that this MOU and this agreement with Turkey, it just happened right. It's just happened right after, Ethiopia's decision to partner with Somaliland. I don't believe this conversation, they don't just happen overnight. This conversation happened for a long time. It was there. It was there. And this is an agreement for 10 years. And we don't know, again, what Somali is going to give to Turkey for 10 years long. I don't know. So my personal opinion, I think I would rather partner with my fellow Africans than partnering with somebody else that I know the intention always has been to divide and to conquer. When you bring somebody out of Africa in the mid of your conflict, in the mid of your tension, that means you've made your choice. That I'm partnering with him to protect myself from you. But let me tell you this, Somali, Ethiopians are not your enemies. Ethiopians, Somalis are not your enemy. Africans, we are not enemies. We are one family, we are one people that we ought to protect our continent with everything we got. From all the scrambleness of Africa that we see happening again and again and again. We must come together to protect our land. And not by doing what we're doing. This is a very wrong move, and I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned with the direction of Somalia, where it's heading, where it's going. And if AU, you're alive and well, you should be concerned as well. Because these kind of, agreements, this kind of understanding, they need to come through AU. They need to come through you guys. But why are you guys there? What are you doing there? We constantly just make a partnership with this or the other, and we don't know what we're giving in return. We don't know what is happening, man. We don't know. Okay, guys, remember this. I'm here today expressing my concerns. I'm expressing my concern not because I'm against Somalia. No, I love Somalia, and I want the best for Somalia. I want the best for Africa. I want the best for Ethiopia. I want the best for Tanzania, for Kenya, for all countries in Africa. I want the best. And that's why I raise my concern about these moves. All the time when we face issues, Africa is running outside. All the time we run outside as if we're little kids. We always call for daddy, come and help us. No, Africa does not need help. Africa needs unity. Do you see that? Help, unity. Help, unity. Our mentality have been colonized, and we constantly think about help. But man, no, it's the time to leave this mentality. It's the time to decolonize our mind and search after unity, because that is what we truly need. That is what we need. We need unity, guys. Don't you see that? We don't need help. We need unity. We don't need money. We need unity. We don't need that. because we can help ourselves. Africa's solutions to Africa's problems with African money, but constantly it's not Africa's solution. In this case, Turkey's solution to Somali's problem. What do you expect? You are Somalis, you understand your issues. We are Africans, we understand our issues. We can only solve our issues. And sadly, again, this is the failure of leadership. Leadership failed to negotiate these things, failed to negotiate these deals, failed to negotiate these conflicts and these tensions. Leadership is failing again and again and again. This is not something to celebrate. This is something to be concerned of. And I don't know where Somali government is heading, but it is very concerning. Guys, you let me know what you think in the comment section. These are my personal opinion. Let me know of your personal opinion. And I wish all the best for Africa. I wish all the best for Somalia. I wish all the best for Africa. That is my wish and that is my prayer. Hey guys, as you're watching this video, our vision is to reach 500,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, join membership to support our channel, join Patreon and PayPal. All the links are in the description. Do that to stand with us for this beautiful cause of One Africa right now. We do not forget to sign up for the petition. The link is down below. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.